Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Porteous and today we're going to have a look at tying the FNF Chewing Gum Worm. Let's get started. So to tie the FNF Chewing Gum Worm, I'm going to be using the Marshmallow Pink FNF Chewing Gum. Seems to be a very consistent colour for me. The bead I'm going to use is just a Vineyards, see there, just a 4mm brass bead. You can use any sort of bead you want, whether it's brass, tungsten. I use plastic ones sometimes as well if I want to hold the pattern up a bit in the water column. This one's going to be designed to fish under a bung, hence the brass bead will get it down under the bung very quickly. The hook, Full & Mill Jig Series hook, fantastic hooks, needle sharp and very strong for their wire diameter, never let me down. Now you can see I've given myself a bit of a head start here. I use the term fly tying in the loosest possible sense. I'm actually not going to use any thread at all. Keep it simple. What I'm going to do is I've passed some fluorocarbon, as you can see, through the bead, and I've lassoed the chewing gum on the other side. Idea being that I can just pull it through the bead and then I'll cement it in place with some chewing gum. So this went well in rehearsals, but you just have to, that's it, just pop it through there like that until you get the desired equal length. About there does fine. And as simple as that. Just keep it stupid simple sort of thing. Just trim off that little bit of fluorocarbon. I'm going to cement it in place with a dot of super glue. Like so. And then I'll slide it down into position. Apply more glue if you think necessary. But that is as simple as it gets. It's not complicated, folks. Some of you might be thinking, why use a jig hook? The idea being the eye of the jig hook will be about 40-45 degrees, and what it does is it kicks this back leg up. I mean, it's going to fall through the water like this. Anyhow, the bead will go first. I should say it will fall through the water like this. The bead will go first because it's the heaviest. But this angle in the jig head just discourages this trailing leg from wrapping around the hook shank, which it can do on occasions. So that angle just stops it, or just discourages it from wrapping around the hook shanks. That's why I use a jig hook. And there's lots of variations in the jig hooks, they're very good these days. So that's the reason I use that. A million and one ways to tie the chewing gum worm. I was speaking to Gareth Jones the other day from Airflow, and he was telling me how he ties it, and it's completely different, but it works for him. I watched a really good video from Andy Pandy Saunders the other day, and again he tied his one, totally different tie mine, but it's, you know, it's horses for courses, whatever you find works best for yourself, but that's the way I do it. The chewing gum worm, believe it or not, we took it out, and this chewing gum material was actually first going to be used for making booby bodies. Was the original thinking, and we did make boobies out of it. And it was my brother that said, Kevin, why don't you try and make a chewing gum worm sort of pattern out of it? The material would lend itself very well to it. And we did, and we went out and we caught fish with it, and it just sort of gives a wee bit more confidence to kick on with the pattern. However, we launched it early days, and there was a few guys in particular that spring to mind that really picked this up and trailblazed with this pattern. Dennis Goulding and Colin Harris with the two names that spring to mind. These guys got this early doors, and they were using it in their small still waters, and the text messages and the Facebook messages I was getting on a pretty regular basis, and how they were smashing still waters with this pattern, as simple as it is. Particularly Dennis would message me and saying he was getting 20, 30, 40 fish on it on occasions, I think. So it gave us even more confidence to try and sort of come out with new colours and stuff, and take the fly just that stage further. So I guess Colin and Dennis, thank you very much. You've played a big part in this pattern. How do I fish it? Well, tends to be under a bung, if I'm being honest. I think it works best under a bung. Some of the guys are going down to 14 foot deep with it under a bung to try and hit the zone that they believe the fish are at. It's winter at the moment, so the fish will be deep, so that they're throwing it right down there. Then again, some guys are fishing it just a foot or two under a bung. Some guys are casting it out in a midge tip and just jerking it back and catching fish that way. I've heard of people using die 3s with it, 2 worms and a die 3, and just stroking it back and trying to get this sort of chewing gum. You can see it as it stretches. They try to get this motion as it goes through the water. The fish just whack it. I see the fish just whack it. Sometimes you will, especially under the bung, you'll feel them. They'll pick up a leg and you'll feel a tap, 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 and you'll see your bung going, and all they're doing is just picking up one of the strands and they haven't actually hooked themselves, and then the next thing they'll inhale it and you'll see your bung going under. It's good fun to fish. Another reason that I use the barbless hook is because it's not really competition legal for what I do, the sort of still water sort of stuff, so I don't need a barbed hook for it, so it's just for fun fishing. However, I do know people are using it in other competitions, and it's not processed through an extruded fashion. Okay, this is not an extruded material, so I think that makes it actually legal for some of the still water competitions and that the puddle sort of competitions, which lends itself to that. So that's a sort of brief look and overview of the chewing gum worm. So give it a shot, local puddle, get the bung on, tie a couple up. Great colours: cheese, marshmallow pink, mustard. Mustard actually was a mist dye, and we gave it out, and some guys were reporting that the mustard was doing really well. So again, it just sort of gave us the confidence to actually make it a colour in the range of materials. So I guess it just takes for me to say thanks for watching the chewing gum worm. It's not difficult. Give it a try, get out there and see if you can scare a few fish with it. Take care.